What is up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog. I got this place all cleaned up. I cleaned up everything because I'm about to rebuild this NB48.4, my new nitro buggy. It's not really new. I bought it used, but I'm going to go through the entire thing. I'm going to go through the shocks. I'm going to go through the diffs. I mean, he told me, the guy I bought it from, he told me what was in them. And it's not that I don't trust him, but, well, yeah, I really don't trust him. So I'm going to rebuild all this stuff. I'm going to take it apart, make sure there's nothing bent, make sure there's nothing cracked. I like to make sure I finish my nitro races. So this thing is going to be pristine and ready to go. I'm going to try to get it ready. And this is going to be a long shot, but I'm going to try to get it ready by the Nationals. I am not signed up for the Nationals, but I'm going to see if I can show up and just wave my money and see if they take it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Roar is going to be rough on me for that, but I'm going to give it a shot. Anyways, that's not what this vlog is about. Today on this vlog, I'm going to tell you guys the most underrated thing you can do to improve your lap times. And a lot of people know what this is. They don't do it. They don't know that you should probably do it at the track, and it helps you a lot. And a lot of the big name pros do this. And especially when you're going to these gigantic races where you don't have many practices. There were a couple of dirt nitro challenges. You had one practice session. Any little thing you can do to improve your lap times helps a lot. I actually used this trick on my ET410 when I first got it. It drove a little weird, but I made this adjustment and it helped a lot. But let me get to taking this thing apart and I'll share this information with you guys. All right, so the most underrated way to improve your lap times is radio adjustments. A lot of people don't mess with the radio whenever they get on the track. So the very first thing I do when I go to a new track is I play with my brake. And what I try to do with my brake is obviously I want my car to stop going into the corner, but I don't want it to stop so much where it loses momentum. So I'll actually tune the brake where it will start to slow down. So if I push it full brake, it will slow down, but it will still carry enough momentum where I get back on the throttle, I'll still carry a lot of corner speed. So a lot of times what you'll see is you'll see guys go out there, they'll do a few laps, and then you'll see them kind of pull to the side, and then that marshal will come by and be like, is your car broken? Is your car broken? It's not broken. They're usually adjusting their brake. But that's the very first thing I do is I start adjusting my brake whenever I get on the track. So the other radio adjustments that I do, which I did with my ET410, was I adjusted my curves. And I did it with my throttle and steering. So in my ET410's case, I went out there and it was really, really touchy with steering. I mean, it had a crap ton of steering. I think actually in the video I said, holy crap, that car's got a lot of steering. So what I did was I adjusted the steering curve where the initial steering wasn't as much. So like stock, your curve is linear. So it's basically linear, it's straight across. Whenever you do it where it's kind of faint at the beginning, it kind of curves a little bit inside towards the horizontal line. So I adjust my steering where it's not so touchy. It doesn't feel as touchy, and it feels more comfortable with. I can crank it over, and it will still turn the way I want it to. So basically, it slowed the steering down. Some people actually slow the servo speed down. I adjust the curves. Slowing the speed down probably would have done the same thing, but I kind of like the curves because I like to know that I can steer really hard if I need to, or really fast if I need to. So I also had a problem with the throttle. So my throttle on my ET410, I don't know if it was the motor, but I'm used to a lot of throttle at the beginning of my pull. So like my e-buggy, it's got a lot of punch. So I like to drive at the top of my steering, and I don't like to pull it all the way on my throttle. So on my throttle on my ET, it wouldn't come in, like the real punch wouldn't come in until I was like halfway pulled. So what I did with that one is I actually set the curve where whenever I initially pulled it, it ramped up a lot further. So instead of the curve being closer to the horizontal line, it was actually more closer to the vertical line. So I don't know if that I don't know if that makes sense, but it's messing with your expo to basically get the curve, the throttle curve you want, and the steering curve you want. There's also something called dual rate. I'll use dual rate if I'm doing like a high speed run, or I'm doing something with on-road where I have way too much steering, like all the way I have too much steering. Like if I turn all the way, it's just way too much. A dual rate will actually kind of slow it down, and it will make it where it doesn't swing as far. So those are a couple of things that you can do with your radio, but definitely play with your radio first. If you feel like if those are the things, like the throttle doesn't seem right, play with the radio. This really, in regards to throttle, it really means a lot to and this is really focused more towards the E electric cars. With nitro, obviously, that could be a lot of tune if your throttle's not right. But with steering, you know, just the way adjusting your exponential curves, your expo, and your steering curves will definitely help and get you where you want and what you're used to driving with. So if you like this video, guys, smash that like button, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to my channel, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.